Yo, what is up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this NBA channel. So, let's get straight into it. Whenever conversations about top teams in the NBA come up, we hear about teams like, of course, the Houston Rockets, the Golden State Warriors, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and etc. 9 times out of 10, you most likely won't hear about the Toronto Raptors. Record-wise, the Raptors are the 3rd best team in the NBA, only behind the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. So they're up there with elite company, and yet they still don't get the respect and recognition that they deserve, which is probably due to their recent lack of success in the playoffs. But this team right here, I believe, is on another level compared to years past, because of the offensive system that they run, and also because of how they're constructed. The Toronto Raptors are low-key one of the deepest teams in the NBA. They have so much young talent coming off the bench for them this year. Their backup guards Fred VanVleet and also Delon Wright have improved so much, and they take a lot of pressure off of DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry once they sit the bench. DeRozan and Lowry didn't have that luxury before, and then there's also a bunch of other young guys who are helping out this team a lot as well. You got Jacob, how do you say that dude's name? I don't know, whatever his name is. I'm gonna just say Jakob, alright? He's been having an amazing second season for the Toronto Raptors. He's averaging 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block a game in just 18 minutes of play. Total is a really reliable big who can potentially be the starting center for this team one day in the future. Some of the young players who play for the Raptors who are under the radar are guys like OG Anunoby. With how he's been playing this year, he's cemented his role as their starting small forward for the future. Looking down this list, I didn't even get to mention that boy Norman Powell. By the way, look, he should have been a dunk contest contestant, because he got hops. The Raptors always have young power forward Pascal Siakam, who has great potential to be a starter in this league one day. And then they got their vet sitting on the bench sharpshooter CJ Miles. This team is loaded with young talent, something that a lot of these top teams don't have. The Raptors got their bench revamped completely this offseason due to the progression of these young players. And that's part of the reason why the Raptors are so good right now. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the Toronto Raptors have a different play style this year. They committed to ball movement in their offense. Everybody in that starting lineup has seen a rise in their assist numbers, except for OG Anunoby, because this is his first year, he just got here, and also for Kyle Lowry, but that's because he doesn't have the ball in his hands as much because he's too busy passing it off. The Raptors are running their offense with a lot more flow this year, so you know what that means? That means everybody eats. I don't know why, but a lot of people already assume that the Raptors won't be able to make the Eastern Conference Finals, which is disrespectful to this team. Why do y'all rule them out already? I honestly think the Raptors have a better roster than the Boston Celtics. Overall, I think they just have the better team. Now that the two teams, I think the Boston Celtics are going to struggle in the playoffs more. Now, a huge knock on the Toronto Raptors is that they do great in the regular season, but once the playoffs come around, they revert to ISO basketball. But this year, I believe Dwayne Casey, Kyle Lowry, and DeMar DeRozan are going to have a different approach to this postseason, because these last few years, they've had the exact same storyline. They know how things go for them in the playoffs. Like I said, they play great basketball in the regular season, but once the postseason comes around, they forget how to play winning basketball. Hopefully that doesn't happen again this year around. And I think the change all starts with DeMar DeRozan. DeMar drastically changed his mentality coming into the season. He's been looking to get his teammates involved more often, instead of getting his own shot off. Last year he was averaging 27 points and 4 assists per game. And this year he's just settling for 23 points a game. But he's upped his playmaking, he's averaging 5 assists per game now. So that's a positive sign, and his mindset to get others involved has been felt throughout their whole team. Toronto Raptors were ranked 30th in assists per game last year. Garbage. They were dead last in the NBA, and this year they've climbed all the way up to 7th in the NBA in assists per game. That's a drastic change in just one season. So I'm just letting you guys know, the Raptors are gonna prove a lot of you guys wrong. I'm not saying they're gonna win the East or anything. Hell no, that's the Cavs. They're still winning the East, but I don't think the Raptors are gonna struggle too badly in the early stages of the playoffs like they did in previous years, because now DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry actually trust their teammates. But this is the end of the video, man. Let me know what you guys think. Give this video a like, and I appreciate you for watching, and I'll get right with you. 2, 3.